Okay, we're looking rough. Let's get into it. I have wanted to do a scar from Lion King for so long. My lips are bruised, they're swollen. I just got a quarter syringe of filler in them. If that's not your thing, I understand, but that is my explanation for why they are bruised and swollen, because that is the truth. My eyes are looking a little rough. I have put on so much makeup and taken off so much makeup in the past 2 to 3 days over and over and over again, filming so many looks for you guys on here and on TikTok. Make sure to go check me out over there because you will love what you see. And I do lots of super in-depth, but also quick, you know, like little tips, because it's TikTok, so it's a little bit shorter form content. Again, I'm really excited to get started. All I have right now on my face technically is my brows, and I have them concealed and carved out. Let's get it. My hair also looks a bit crazy because I teased it. I don't know. We'll get into it. I'm going to take my earrings out, although I think that my ears will be hid. I don't have a lot of props this year. I threw a bunch away, and then I was in emergency surgery last October, so I didn't even get to participate. But we're going to just go in. I have a reference photo here that I have been studying, and I self-tanned my neck. I don't know if it will develop in time, but we're going to use very dark foundation versus face paint because I think that that is the best way for us to achieve this look. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Pro Glow mixed with a little bit of the L'Oreal True Match Healthy Luminous makeup. Both of these are really good foundations, but they are like the darkest foundations I have. And we're going for a bit of like an orangey vibe, so I have a little bit of this LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Peach Corrector because I think that this will help give us that more orangey look we're going for. So have you guys been doing any Halloween looks? What are you dressing up for at for Halloween? What are you gonna be? I'm so curious to know. Let me know in the comments. Are you dressing up? Do you have kids? Are you taking your kids out? Are you gonna dress up with them? Are you just gonna dress up and walk with them? Are you doing neither? I don't think I'm doing much. We don't have many kids come by. Last year we had one kid come by and it was so sad. Like, it literally broke my heart. I think I'm gonna just go find my sister wherever she is going to walk her kid and see if I can join my nephew on his little adventure. This showed up a bit peachy like I was going for, and I'm gonna use this peach corrector all right here to attempt to create like the muzzle on the lion. I thought my microphone was gonna be here. It's not, clearly. I had 2 brow appointments and 2 lash appointments today, and then Jordan and I went and got some food and we went grocery shopping, and I have a lash class and 3 lash appointments tomorrow, all on top of trying to continue to film content for you guys. So I have a ton, and when I say ton, I mean a ton of stuff on TikTok pre-recorded, but I also still have to cook dinner. We're going right down the bridge of the nose, okay? Because obviously there's going to be like a muzzle on a lion, and looking at my reference photo, we just want like a thick highlight to kind of almost thicken our nose. I was really hoping this peach corrector would show up a bit more than it is, so it makes me want to go in with a lighter concealer. It just wasn't giving me the brightness that I feel like we need. I have a lot of looks that are coming with face paint, but how amazing would this be if it's attainable without having to use face paint? Because I feel like a lot of individuals who aren't maybe as well versed or play around in makeup as often will buy that cheap cream paint, and it doesn't do its job. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really does. I'm trying to do something that includes like real makeup, hoping that... Okay, brilliant idea. I'm using a bit of this darker foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match Healthy Luminous Makeup in the shade Cool... That's not good. C6, Soft Subtle. And I'm just using it to create a shadow around these edges. You could also use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toast. I don't know why I'm not using it. This is just what was in front of me, so it's what I'm using. I'm basically using this to contour, but I'm doing it in a way that's unflattering to my face and more so flattering to like have a wider set nose. Again, because we're trying to recreate like the muzzle that a lion has. I'm actually going to use my Maron face paint palette for this because I'm trying to avoid wasting all of my eyeliner, which I have been doing a lot this Halloween. So I'm going to use black paint and a paintbrush I know I have one set out here. Hello. I have another one I've been using. Paintbrushes are great for looks like this. They're very detailed work. But I'm just going to go straight into the black. And we're going to create like a widow's peak, basically. I'm going to take this into my hairline. Again, I'm going as I go and kind of just like adapting as I go with most of the time that I do these looks. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of that face paint and I'm going to go directly on my eyelid. You could use any cream base to do this. We're essentially just creating a smoky eye. Alright, I'm going to take my favorite black eyeshadow. It is from the Morphe X Jeffree Star palette. It's in the shade Fast Lane. Just getting the base of obviously a pretty smoky eye as he has like dark eye sockets. I'm going to bring this up a little bit with my finger. It helps me to just blend right where I want to blend versus bringing up this shadow way too far on accident. Now I'm going to take a blending brush and a very dark brown warm shade on this brush, and very gently I'm going to blend out these edges, making sure not to move the black up higher than we want it. With these looks it doesn't matter too much, so we are putting lashes on. It does help hide mistakes you made or might make, and I feel like for Halloween time, like, we just need lashes. I also have plenty of tutorials up on TikTok where I don't put up lashes on because I want to be as universal as possible for people who are learning makeup, and that's something that I really do over on TikTok a lot, is try to really help beginners who may not have not had a mom or an older sister or like anyone to get them into makeup. Fun fact, my grandma hoarded magazines. My great grandma, we lived with her. She bought a magazine like 2 to 3 a week, like Women's World and Good Housekeeping and sometimes Cosmo and stuff like that. And then sometimes she would buy me like, what was it called, like J-Star, All-Star, you know, the ones with all the celeb posters in them. She would buy them for me sometimes. Anyway, I spent hours upon hours reading every single beauty hack and tip that every single one of those magazines had and offered me. For hours I spent doing that growing up. Like, don't ask me. It just consumed me, and it was just a hobby of mine, and I think that that's what led to my passion for beauty. My mom was an addict, as I've told you guys like before, so she wasn't like really doing her makeup or like teaching me makeup, and no one in my life really did it, but I loved art. I took every single art class I could. In fact, my junior year I had 3 art classes, one with each of the art teachers at that school, and then a second one with the same art teacher again. I loved art that much, and I had that much time a day to work on art projects. And my 2016 was the year that I graduated, and you guys know, like, YouTube, the makeup world, like 2016, I'm just kind of, as I'm sure you guys just witnessed, elongating the eye just a teensy tiny bit with the shadow, because I feel like it gives us a more like feline cat effect. Even though Scar is a boy, he's still a cat. So anyway, I obviously loved art class and did it so frequently, and then 2016 hit with like the makeup world, and I started to really get into it, like really get into it, because I had always loved YouTube and watched YouTube. Growing up, that was like, anytime I had access to a computer or a friend's house that had internet, like I was watching YouTube. Still to this day, anytime I'm doing any household chore or activity alone, I'm watching YouTube. I don't know if that's my generation or just like was my escape, but nevertheless, I was like, I want to do that. I want to show people like what I'm creating on my face and not be like, hey, come look at this canvas. Anyway, it developed into this deep love and passion for makeup. I remember my grandma, I'm going to tightline my eyes, which is lining up this part between your lashes on the upper lid and then the lower lid as well. But my grandma had this like big case of random makeup, my other grandma, and all of us cousins would go over there growing up and give each other makeovers, and like these are memories that like I know happened, but I don't really like have too many of. There's like photos, evidence of us obviously like getting makeup all over each other and everything in the house. But people always ask me how I got into makeup, and that was how. Is like I was already kind of into YouTube, and right around the time I had like the funds and was able to access YouTube myself was right around the time the beauty community was popping off. And it just snowballed from there, and people started asking me to do their makeup for dances and proms and events and activities, and I started doing it, and then I started getting really good at it, and then I started charging, and now it's been 9 years and I've done professional makeup, and I have an LLC business where I do makeup full time. I also work another job, plus I do TikTok, plus I do this, and I'm excited for the day where I'm just doing this. But right now I'm just setting all that cream with powder that's black. And then I think we're going to do an inner corner wing. But yeah, I thought it would be fun if you guys had like a little catch up, a little information, a little behind the scenes, like how I got into makeup and why I'm on YouTube and stuff like that. People started begging me to post videos of how I did makeup actually. And I remember that so vividly. I would do Facebook Lives with all my friends and family on, showing them how to apply fake lashes and eyeshadow, and eyebrows was always the big thing. People always wanted to know how I did eyebrows. I actually wax and tint eyebrows as well within my business, and then I also do lash extensions now. Excuse me. So I didn't really prep for fallout or take that into account. Mostly because these looks like this, I don't like to do what I don't really have to or need to do. And plus I figured like a little bit of darkness underneath the eye would actually be very fitting for Scar, very dark and ominous. So now that I've chatted my life away, you guys are kind of caught up with why I was absent on YouTube for those that still subscribed. I feel like we've went into that enough, but I'm an open book. Like I know a lot of creators will like not have time for comments or ignore comments or avoid comments. That's not me right now. Like I have the time and I want to give people what they want to see. Like I just like, why wouldn't you? You know, you have these people online who are like idolizing you or following you or participating in your content that you spent a long time to make. Like I feel like you should be acknowledging them and creating content they also want to see. I'm just gonna set this with black shadow so it's a bit more stark and defined and all of that. So if you guys, you know, leave comments or content you want to see or suggestions and I'm capable of doing it, I will do it, and know that I will read the comments. I don't get notifications, but I do come on here as often as possible and check it out, and try to respond to everyone. Especially on TikTok, I respond to every comment I get. I just don't see people doing that. I understand once you get to like a certain point, it's probably really hard to do, but as of now, you know, I'm not famous. I have a pretty large following on TikTok. Man, I just keep messing this up more and more, but I forgot that I didn't set the cream foundation, so that's really what set me back, because I got to talking. Okay, Jordan just came in and changed the light bulbs in this room. I don't know if the lighting changed, but either way, we're just going to move on. I'm going to do an inner corner wing. I'm using the NYX Vivid Matte. I hate this eyeliner, but I love it for an inner corner wing. The issue with it is it bleeds into your lashes and cakes up on your lashes, and it's the strangest thing, but it's so good for an inner corner wing. I think this is definitely the 25mm collection by Kiss, and I think it's the style Voluptuous. I love Kiss lashes. These are the same lashes that I'm wearing in my tutorial with the vampire makeup that will be posted prior to this, I'm sure. So when I looked back at my reference photo, he has like an angry brow. So, I mean, we're gonna just use eyeliner to draw an angry brow. I'm loving the smoky eye and the big lashes. That just feels very Halloween in general. I'm actually just following my own nose. He has a pretty pointy nose, so I'm trying to get this come to a point. And we're gonna fill that in. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this other lash. What I do have is micellar water and Q-tips. Okay, a lot of it. I wish I had more time so I could just relax and chill, but I'm a little bit in a hurry. So I'm just looking at my reference photo about where I want to put his scar. And it's gonna be right here. Okay, right here. Nice. Okay, we're gonna use concealer now. I have like a white pigment. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this Urban Decay on the back of my hand and a little bit of this LA Girl Pro Conceal mixing foundation pigment, just the teensiest bit. And mix this up with a little paintbrush, concealer. It's not perfect, but I mean, his scar is. And I'm gonna try to build this up onto my brow hairs because I obviously have naturally very dark brow hairs and didn't glue this down, and I'm not shaving my eyebrow for this look. Sorry. Because it's a cartoon film, his scar is pretty much just a line like this. I feel like David Bowie, kinda. I'm just using this to clean up said scar. I'm now starting to obsess over this. We are going to use a black lip on our whole lip. I only have like this blue black though, which means you guessed it, it is truly easier to do both lips versus one. This is what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna use this blue black lipstick. What do you think? Should we do both lips or just one? I think we should probably do both. Okay. Back to the eyeliner. Yes, I know this is blue. I'm gonna set it with a matte black eyeshadow. The blue's kind of a vibe though. It's very David Bowie. And I might have black lipstick in my collection, but scar. And I'm kind of obsessed. Again, I don't have the ears. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I really enjoyed it filming it. Please stay tuned for so many more Halloween looks. We're gonna get into the gore, I promise. But I love this. And I love that we didn't really have to use face paint that much. I hope you, please leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see so that I can get filmed potentially for Halloween before it's over, or something else that you want to see when Halloween is over would be great. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy content like this so that more people can see it. I really, really, really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow, it helps me be seen, and it helps make this worth my time working full-time jobs. 2 full-time jobs. And ring the bell if you want to be updated and notified when I upload. Alright, I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.